Hey there, good morning to you. In this video, I want to share a formula that will literally bring you everything you need into your life. Whether that's more money, a better relationship, a better job, a dream vacation. I'm going to show you why most people have trouble manifesting what they want, and I'm going to share a super simple process that will automatically put all the stuff, good stuff, to you. This is a pretty interesting formula. And I learned this from a guy named Bashar, who's actually a channeled alien, which, whatever you think about that, the information in here is phenomenal, and it's all backed by science. So step one is to act on your highest passion every moment that you can. Now, you got to define what your highest passion actually is, because most people are acting out of a state of conditioning. Society tells them you should be doing X, Y, and Z. You should be a lawyer. You should be a doctor. You should open your own business. You need to make a lot of money. And so most people are acting from a subconscious program that isn't actually their highest self. It's not their true self. And so part of this excitement is about discovering what you're actually passionate about. And there's a little process I'll share with you at the end of this video of how you can figure that out. But the idea is step one is acting on your highest passion every moment that you can. Now, the physical translation of when you do this is you get into a state of excitement. And that is your higher self's version. Its physical expression of excitement is this vibrational frequency. Everything in the universe is energy. You probably have heard that before. And when you're emanating that certain vibration, you are in harmony with more things to be excited about, more opportunities to be passionate about, and like a resonant tuning fork. You get two tuning forks that are both tuned to the same pitch. You hit one of them and they both vibrate. Well, you start to pull to you people, circumstances, and things that help and aid and assist you to act on more of your passions. Now, step two is to do it as well as you possibly can. A lot of us have beliefs, a lot of us have definitions that we're not good at something, that it's going to take a really long time to do something, and the market is saturated and there's already people doing what you want to do. None of that matters because you are in your own universe. So you do it to the best of your ability. Do it as well as you possibly can. And you take it as far as you can. Now, let's say you're really passionate about reading. And you might say, Ramon, what in the world is reading going to do that's going to bring me, $1 million? Again, this is all about energy and it's all about frequency. And you can't possibly understand how that $1 million is going to come to you or how that time off is going to come to you, because you're operating from a very limited perspective. You're operating based on what you think you already know. And what we actually know is very small when you consider the totality of everything that is and the infinite possibilities there are in actually bringing you what you want and what you need. So take it as far as you can until you can't take it any further. If you get tired of reading, put the book down. And then go find the next thing that's most exciting to you and start doing that thing to the best of your ability until you can't take that any further. Now, the fourth step, and this is the most crucial step, is to have absolutely zero assumptions on what the outcome should be. Now, this is where we all screw up. We think, all right, I'm going to make 100 sales calls because it's going to bring me X number of customers. I'm going to create a Bumble account so that I can meet the woman of my dreams. I'm going to do a favor for this person so that they're indebted to me. This is a conditional approach. It is not, by definition, unconditional love. And unconditional love is the language of the universe. So have absolutely zero assumptions on what the outcome should be. In other words, just do it because you love to do it, because it excites you, because you're passionate about it. And the fifth and final step is to stay in a positive state no matter what happens. Here's the deal. Circumstances are inherently meaningless. Okay, what I mean by that is you get to decide what the meanings you assign to things are. You might say, I lost my job, this is a terrible day. And you might say, I lost my job, now I can do what I really want to do. You might say, I broke up with my boyfriend or I broke up with my girlfriend. This is terrible. And you might say, well, this means I can finally meet the person that is right for me. You see what I mean? There's multiple ways to look at the same circumstance, and you get to decide what the meaning is. And you get to decide what you learned that you would not have otherwise learned had you not gone through this circumstance that is neutrally unpreferred. So I'm not saying convince yourself that this is what you wanted all along. You can absolutely see that circumstance is not something that you would have preferred. But you can stay in a positive state by asking yourself what you learned that you wouldn't have learned had you not gone through that unpreferred circumstance. All right? And that's how you stay in a positive state no matter what happens. And when you do that, you stay in this vibration of excitement, of passion, of curiosity, of love. And that vibration will resonate with all the people, all the circumstances, and all the things, because everything is energy, that are in that energy of love, of excitement, of curiosity, of passion, and all these other things. And that is what you will attract, because that's what you have to attract. That is the law of the universe. Okay, they call it the law of attraction. The reason the law of attraction doesn't work for most people is because they sit and they meditate and they think that this is going to, magically bring them a Porsche. Now, I'm not saying that's impossible, but what I am saying is that physical action is the language of the universe. If you think about this logically, if you're not acting on your highest passion now, why in the world would the universe bring you more things to be passionate about when you haven't demonstrated that you're willing to take action on the things that you're passionate about? It just doesn't make sense, right? To recap, act on your highest passion every moment that you can. Do it to the best of your ability. Take it as far as you can until you can't take it any further, with absolutely no insistence, no assumption as to what the outcome should be, and stay in a positive state no matter what happens. Again, thank you to Bashar for this amazing formula that is working really well in my life, and it's working really well in a lot of my friends' lives. If you found this video helpful, please do me a favor, like, comment, and share. It really helps the channel out. And if you'd like to go further in this, I created a free PDF, which is called the Subconscious Reset. You see, a lot of this stuff is about subconscious programs or unconscious programs. We have beliefs that we don't even realize that we have that are seeming to block us from the good that we desire. And this PDF was designed specifically for you to uncover them and to realize that they're not true and to implant real beliefs that empower you, that allow you to go after your passion with unbridled enthusiasm. And if you'd like that, there should be a link somewhere in the description. Click on that link, head over and download it. It's absolutely free. And again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.